The Wolverine Sports Network is on the air.
East going to keep the football. Drive for the goal line. What's the call? It's a touchdown! The Wolverines have won it on the final play of the game. Touchdown East! A Wolverine walk-off winner!
Ostrowski, the righty, winds and deals. Strike three! It's a perfect game! Tate Ostrowski has thrown a perfect game for the Wolverines!
Piper back to throw. Has time. Looking for the end zone, and what is it called? Touchdown! It is a touchdown for the Wolverines with 7 seconds to play.
Bo City has won the President's Athletic Conference Championship. Bo City wins the PAC. The Cinderella story is alive.
Piper takes the snap. Looking to throw. Fires downfield. Frazier made the catch and scored the touchdown to win it for the Wolverines.
This afternoon on the Wolverine Sports Network, the Grove City College women's basketball team flips the calendar to February as the Wolverines host Chatham in President's Athletic Conference play. Tip-off coming up at 1 p.m. But first, it's time once again for the Jason Baker Show here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Hi, everybody. Ryan Briggs here, along with Grove City College head women's basketball coach Jason Baker. Coach, it's been a little while since we've been together, but it's been a few weeks, but glad to be back with you. A lot to talk about with the Wolverines, who've been playing some pretty good basketball.
Yeah, it's glad to be back with you too, and it's hard to believe that it's already February, and we have been competing very well lately.
Of course, when the calendar flips to February, it is the stretch run in basketball, be it at the college level, high school, whatever, and certainly a lot of big games left, including today with Chatham, who has been among the PAC leaders the last few years, PAC champs, and right now really putting the pressure on W&J for the top spot in the league. We'll talk about the Cougars in our second segment, but in this first part, just a look back the last couple of weeks. The Wolverines, of course, home wins over St. Vincent and Westminster, a win last Saturday at Franciscan, and then this past Wednesday night, the win streak coming to an end at W&J, 65-44, W&J getting the win. But when the final score only tells part of the story. I know that there were a lot of things that you liked about Wednesday's performance. Certainly the shooting percentage was lower than it needed to be, but sometimes that happens. But in terms of effort, execution, all of those things, you were getting the shots you wanted, they just weren't going.
Yeah, and that's something that we've really done, I think, a really good job of all year. I think what we've really been doing well lately is we're figuring out that you can miss shots and do things offensively that just doesn't work out well. But if you defend and rebound, you're going to give yourselves a chance to win. And, perfect example, St. Vincent, one of the higher scoring teams in our conference, just to come out and play such good defense that we did. And really the fourth quarter, with Jaden hitting a bunch of threes and, really a big win over them. And, our defensively, we've really we're starting to find ourselves. And even Wednesday night, I thought we competed and defended at a really high level. And, one thing that we talked about that we're really proud of is that, missed shots never affected our compete. It never affected our energy, and it never affected the way we defended. And, that's how you get better. That's how you grow. And, we expect to see the same thing today.
The Wolverines, as we said, they won 3 of the last 4, but falling at W&J. 11 turnovers for the game against a really good defensive team. When you're taking care of the ball, you give yourself a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to be a huge key today. I mean, Chatham does a really good job with their zone and their pressure and, poise and composure. I thought we showed a lot of it on Wednesday night. And like I said, we're never rattled at any point. And like you said, when you take care of the basketball, you're going to give yourself a chance. And that's going to be a huge stat today.
One change for the Wolverines has been in the lineup, the starting lineup. The last couple of games, Haley Hertzler, senior from McKeesport, inserted into the starting lineup each of the last 2 games. And obviously a player who has done a lot of good things coming off the bench this year. And what was kind of the premise with that? Was it kind of just maybe get better starts?
Well, that was part of it. We needed to get off to a better starts. But also, Haley has dealt with 3 significant knee injuries, and we wanted to be really careful with her minutes throughout the year and try to build her up. And now that she's really as close to being 100% as I think she's gonna be, we can turn her loose a little bit, and she just makes things happen, good things happen, and. It's great to see. It's inspiring to see her out there playing as hard as she does and doing the things that she does, knowing what she's been through really for 2.5, 3 years with injuries. And so, she's earned it. And like I said, she makes good things happen. And part of it was definitely that we needed to get off to better starts.
And by doing that also allows you to deploy your personnel differently in terms of you can mix and match more too, or maybe not that you couldn't before, but just it gives you maybe a little bit of a different starting point with your rotation.
Yeah, it's we've had some good conversations with everyone that was involved with the kind of their role changing a little bit, and it's been great. Kaylee Devlin kind of jumps into that Haley Hertzler role where if we need a jolt of energy, we need a boost, something, and she's done great with that for the last 2 games. And really, at Franciscan was her best game that she's played, and it just shows what kind of team we have. That they accept those new roles and really thrive through them.
Because when somebody else's playing time goes up,
right,
somebody else's has to go down. There are only 200 total minutes in a game. You can only have 5 out there at a time.
That's exactly right.
But that has to be encouraging for you as a head coach, knowing of what you are building and aiming to build. And again, in basketball, the player that plays 25 would like to play 28 minutes. The player playing 17 wants to play. You want that. You want the player. You don't want somebody saying, no, I'm good. I'm okay playing just this amount of minutes. But also how they're handling it in a mature, responsible, and I would even say almost in a professional manner. Not professional in terms of being, remunerated for what they're doing, but in terms of the approach.
Absolutely, and you said it. We want players that want to be out on the floor, that work hard, that want to be out on the floor, but at the same time, understanding what your role is and doing whatever you can to help your team win is a quality that we're looking for with recruits, with players. And no, it's not an easy thing to do. We're well aware of that. But look at, Bethany Thompson and Kaylee Devlin. Those are the 2 that were really directly affected, and by us making that change, and the way that they've handled it has just been great. And those 2, the future is something that we're really excited. Not just because of how good of players we think they can be, but because of stuff like this, where they're just great teammates.
Let's look back at some of the Wolverines' recent games. When we come back, we'll talk about today's opponent, Chatham. The Cougars are the defending conference champions. A lot of new faces in the lineup. A bit of a slow start this year, but the Cougars have been as hot as anybody since the calendar flipped to 2025. Head coach David Sauer has another very dynamic team, and we'll talk about the Cougars when we come back. This is the Jason Baker Show on the Wolverines Sports Network.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Ma, is this how you feed a hamster? I think so.
Is my homework right?
I think so.
Is this milk still good?
I think so.
When it comes to parenting, sometimes it's okay to think you know. But when it's something as important as your child's car seat, don't just think. Know. Double check if your child is in the right seat for their age and size. It'll help protect them in a car crash. Don't just think. Know by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back on the Wolverines Sports Network. Ryan Briggs with you, along with Grove City College head women's basketball coach Jason Baker. This is the Jason Baker Show. Grove City and Chatham getting ready to tee it up at 1 p.m. in President's Athletic Conference women's basketball action. Coach Chatham, a team that the Wolverines played back in December down there. Chatham with a big second quarter going on to a big victory. And it seemed like really from that point forward with this Chatham team, a team that returned a lot but also had a lot of new players this year via incoming freshmen, transfers, etc. It seemed like everything clicked for Chatham that day, and it's pretty much continued to click since then. Cougars are a really potent squad.
Yeah, they're dynamic. I mean, you said it. It is. They have a lot of weapons. You know, we're not going to see anything different than we saw the first time. It's going to be 2-2-1 back to 2-3. They move really well. They're really good in transition. Just have some dynamic playmakers and shooters. And, yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough challenge.
Cougars, 4 players averaging double figures, and then another one averaging just a shade under 10. But Ashley Loudon leading the way, 15.7. Hannah Chenault at 11. Chargé Block at 11. And then Madison Nehru also averaging 11 per game. Has to make it pretty hard to prepare when you can't just say we have to stop player A or player B because they can use the whole alphabet on you.
Yeah, they're like I said, they've got plenty of weapons, and I think the biggest thing is, you know, for us, we got to limit live ball turnovers. We've got to make them run their half court stuff because when they get out and run, and they get going fast and in transition. They're as good as anybody as far as spurtability, and when it rains, it pours. And when they get going, like I said, they can put up a big number on you in a hurry.
In the first meeting, Grove City turning it over 28 times against Chatham, and Coach, that led to, not you need reminded, but 36 points. Was it off of the press or the half court or both?
It was both. It was all of the above, and like I said, if you have live ball turnovers against them, it's points every time. I mean, they're as good as anybody is converting turnovers to points. And like I said, once they get going, you know, it's hard to stop.
With a 2-3 zone defense, of course, the immediate comparison we think of is the old Syracuse men's team. That's what they do. You know, it's not sometimes teams will play zone, be it a 2-3 or 1-3-1 or matchup, whatever, as a changeup. For Chatham, that's what Chatham does. And if Chatham comes out and man, it's that's a news story.
I would be shocked. I would actually bet a significant amount of money that is not going to happen. Yeah, that's who they are, and that they're good at it. And you know, their rotations and their movements with their zone, you know, they cover a lot of ground and cover a lot of ground quick. And, yeah, that would be a news story for sure.
How much of a challenge is it to prepare for it? Because you could say, well, you know, the zone, you know where the defense is going to be per se, but I'm sure they run it better than anybody's scout team can run it in practice.
You're exactly right. And it's very different than what you see really any other game that you play. And so it is difficult to prepare for. You know, we spent a good part of the day on Thursday just kind of explaining the rotations and where they would be coming from and, you know, exactly how we wanted to attack it. And, it's very hard to prepare for, and the speed at which they move within their zone, like you said, it's impossible to replicate in practice.
What are the keys for the Wolverines to knock off Chatham and earn a season split with this very good team?
We got to take care of the basketball. I mean, that's first and foremost. Secondly, we've got to make them run their offense. If they get out in transition and start making transition threes and, scoring in transition, then they get going with their press. And, we've got to take care of the basketball. We've got to rebound the basketball. Like I said, if we keep them out of transition and out of the live ball turnovers, we're going to give ourselves a chance. I love the way that we're defending. I feel like we can guard them. We can rebound. We just got to take care of the basketball and make some plays offensively.
Coach, always a pleasure. Best of luck today against Chatham. We'll talk to you next week. The Wolverine Sports Network. We're going to gas up the Wolverine Sports Network van and go to Meadville Wednesday night for the doubleheader at Allegheny. But, Coach, thanks for your time. Best of luck, and we'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, Briggs.
That is Grove City College head women's basketball coach Jason Baker. You've been listening to the Jason Baker Show on the Wolverine Sports Network. When we come back, with the starting lineups and the tip. It's Grove City and Chatham coming up next on the home of the Wolverines.
Founded in 1955, the President's Athletic Conference is regarded as one of the elite NCAA Division III conferences in the nation. Comprised of 11 private institutions and 2 associate members, the PAC remains unique in this day of high-pressure college athletics. As a charter member of NCAA Division III, PAC student-athletes excel in 23 varsity sports as well as the classroom. Want to learn more? Visit us at pacathletics.org or follow us on social media.
Live from the Grove City College Arena, it is Grove City College women's basketball today on the Wolverine Sports Network. Today, the Grove City Wolverines host the defending champions of the President's Athletic Conference, the Chatham University Cougars. Hi, everybody. Ryan Briggs with you today here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Grove City and Chatham getting ready to tee it up for the second time this year. Chatham, of course, winning the first go-around down in Pittsburgh, December 7th, 91-43, a game that was close in the first quarter, then became not close in the second quarter. Chatham has been an outstanding team in all 4 quarters, but especially the second quarter this year. We'll touch more on that. Grove City, the one quarter this year in which the Wolverines have a negative scoring differential, the second. So that's certainly something to keep an eye on today, but a lot to keep an eye on. Grove City coming into this one looking to bounce back from a tough one Wednesday night at W&J, 65-44. Wolverines only 11 turnovers, but Grove City did not shoot well. Meanwhile, Chatham an 84-59 win at Waynesburg. Never easy to win down at Waynesburg. And the Cougars come in having won 8 of 9, and they are 11-3 in the PAC. Grove City at 9-5. When we come back, we'll take a look at the PAC standings, today's PAC schedule. Don't forget, we also have the starting lineups coming up here as pregame continues on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Back here in the Grove City College Arena, Wolverine Pep Band out in force tonight under the direction of Andy Erb. Good to hear them. First time here in the calendar year 2025. And the band is hot, and the Wolverines hope the shooting is hot today as well against this outstanding Chatham team. Chatham comes in averaging 76.7 points per game, plus 20 per game in point margin. Grove City plus 2.7, 67.3 per game, and 64.6 allowed. I have to think this game, if this game's in the 60s or low 70s, that's okay with Grove City. If this becomes a track meet into the high 70s and 80s, the advantage probably would shift to the team in purple and black, that being Chatham. Looking at the PAC standings right now, W&J leading the way at 13-1. Allegheny is 11-2. Chatham 11-3, but Chatham swept by Allegheny. Allegheny is the only team has both wins over Chatham. Chatham splitting with W&J, including a 67-62 home win over the Presidents last week. But those are the top three. St. Vincent 9-4, Grove City 9-5. And then there's a little bit of separation there. Bethany 7-6, Geneva 6-7. Waynesburg still in contention for one of the 6 tournament spots at 5-9. Then Westminster 3-11, 1-13. Franciscan, Teal 0-14, rounding out the standings. So again, the top 6 make the tournament. Certainly W&J, Allegheny, Chatham in very good shape. St. Vincent and Grove City still have some work to do, but have put themselves in a good spot. And then perhaps Bethany, Geneva, Waynesburg battling for the last spot. But again, there's still 3 weeks of basketball yet. A lot could happen, either positively or negatively for any of those aforementioned teams. Today's schedule: Allegheny hosts Waynesburg, Geneva hosting St. Vincent, Teal hosting Franciscan, and Bethany is making the short trip over to W&J. Westminster has the open date, and all 5 games today, including this one, tipping off at 1 p.m. We will take a break. We'll come back with the starting lineups. Grove City and Chatham. Pregame continues on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Grove City College is a Christian college where you'll be challenged academically and nourished spiritually, where you can determine your calling and understand how to pursue it, and where you'll be a part of a community of purpose and principle. An excellent education is at the heart of the Grove City College experience, coupled with a commitment to faith and a mission to keep higher education affordable. I'm Grove City College President Paul McNulty, inviting you to visit gcc.edu to learn more.
My name is Jim. I'm a veteran, and I lost both legs in Vietnam. My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
I'm Julius. I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission, helping veterans of all generations get the benefits they've earned.
I'm Cece. My victory was finishing my education.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Hey, there he is. How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand or what?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
Are you okay?
I'm having a stroke.
Your face looks weird, too.
I'm having a stroke.
Are you having a seizure or something?
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear.
I'm having a stroke.
You just need to know the sudden signs. Look for FAST, F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. Or S, speech difficulty. Then T, time. Time to call 911 immediately, because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Know the sudden signs. Face, arm, speech, time. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock.
It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college, which ends up making the future better for all of us. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I did the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Back here in the Grove City College Arena, starting lineups coming up after this 30-second break on the Wolverines Sports Network.
My name is Jim. I'm a veteran, and I lost both legs in Vietnam. My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
I'm Julius. I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission, helping veterans of all generations get the benefits they've earned.
I'm Cece. My victory was finishing my education.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
And we are back at the Grove City College Arena. We had a brief, we had to iron out something, but hey, it's, as we say, it's jazz, not symphony. Sometimes we have to improvise. Time now for the starting lineups. First for visiting Chatham, head coach David Sauer, year number 7 for coach. Had a real nice conversation with him. What a job he's done with the Chatham program. Got his coaching start up at Teal College as a volunteer assistant with Tim Loomis many years ago, and made his way back to Western PA and has a really, really talented and experienced team that'll be running out there today. The guards are Ashley Loudon, 5'7" grad student from Bellsville, Ohio. Loudon averaging a team-leading 15.7 points per game. She'll be joined in the backcourt by Charjay Brock, 5'8" senior from Columbus. Brock averaging 11 points per game. Up front, Madison Naru, 5'10" junior from Cary, North Carolina. Naru averaging 11 points per game. Hannah Chenault, 5'10" junior, averaging 11 points per game. And she is out of Bermudian Springs, East Berlin, Pennsylvania. And in the middle, it is Alyssa Lacus. Lacus, the 6-foot junior from Norwin. Lacus averaging 9.5 points per game along with 5 rebounds. So Brock, Loudon, Chenault, Naru, and Lacus for Chatham. 4 starters averaging double figures in scoring. And then Lacus, if you round up, she's at 10 as well, averaging 9.5. The Grove City starting 5. The guards will be Mara Polchinski, 5'6" senior from Norman, averaging 8 points per game. Haley Hertzler makes her 3rd straight start, 5'5" senior from McKeesport. Hertzler averaging 2.4 points per game. Up front, Jaden Davensizer, 5'9" senior from Seneca Valley, averaging 7 points per game. Jaden with 34 threes this year. That leads the team. She'll be joined by Clara Hannon, 5'8" senior from Grove City, averaging a team-leading 8.4 points per game. And in the middle, it's Meredith Sherrod, 5'11" junior from New Braunfels, Texas. Sherrod averaging 8.3 points and a team-leading 5.5 rebounds per game. Hertzler, Polchinski, Davensizer, Hannon, and Sherrod for Grove City. Head coach Jason Baker has the Wolverines 11-8 overall, 9-5 in the league. Chatham 13-5 overall, 11-3 in conference play. Your officials today: Sean Gouch is your lead referee. Justin Ehrman and David Jopp are the umpires for this one. We will take our final pregame break. We will come back with today's starting lineups. Grove City and Chatham kicking off February. And it comes up next on the Wolverines Sports Network.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way.
I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is the news. This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort. They now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to 4-star general. It was just announced that the vast majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at GoRedForWomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work, there's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control over my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
So the starting lineups introduced here in the Grove City College Arena. Wolverine Pep Band out tonight. Good to hear them. Great job with the national anthem. Chatham will go right to left in the first half. Cougars in the black jerseys with white numbers and letters, a little bit of purple and white trim. And for Grove City, the home whites, red numbers and letters, and red trim for Grove City. Meredith Sherrod will jump center. It's going to be Lockus doing likewise for Chatham. A couple of Norwin grads out there to start the game. Mara Polchinski for Grove City, Lockus for Chatham. They, of course, played together in high school. That great 6A power down in the Pittsburgh area, Westmoreland County, Irwin and North Huntington. And we're underway. Tip is won by Chatham. And Chatham will go right to left in the first half against the Grove City man-to-man to start out. Brock on the right wing. Brock cut off by Polchinski. Brock in some trouble. Able to swing it over to Naru. Madison Naru left of the lane. And threw it in the near corner, threw it out of bounds. So Grove City forcing a turnover to begin this afternoon's game. Good start for Grove City. Chatham will now set up the 2-2-1. Likely we'll see 2-2-1 back to 2-3. Polchinski down court to Hertzler. Hertzler across the lane, kicks it left side. David Sizer, 3 on the way, good. The Wolverines have the early lead. David Sizer hits the 3, and the Wolverines are on top, 3-0. So a stop and a score for Grove City. Good start here in the arena today for Grove City. 9:14 to go, first quarter just underway. Loudon around a screen, and a foul will be called on the Wolverines. They're going to get Hertzler with a push. It's the first foul of the afternoon on either squad. And it will be Chatham ball on the near side with Lockus to inbound at the hash mark. Brock on the right wing, back to Loudon left side. Loudon hesitates, drives in, up with the left hand, blocked by Hertzler, and Hertzler grabs the rebound. Here come the Wolverines. Hertzler outlet down court, tipped by Brock. It goes out of bounds, and it will stay Grove City ball. So it will be Grove City ball in the corner. Hannon will inbound. Technically on the baseline. That's a tough spot no matter how you look at it. Finds Polchinski back near midcourt. And Chatham will set up its very active 2-3. This is certainly not a passive 2-3. At times it feels like there's 6 out there. Polchinski with it. Reversal left side to Hertzler. Back to Polchinski up top. 3 for Polchinski. Good. Back-to-back threes to open up for the Wolverines. Two attempts, 2 threes for the Wolverines here in the early going. 6-0, 90 seconds gone by. Right in the lane with it, Lockus kicks out Naru. 20-footer, no good. Rebound, grabbed by Brock inside. Brock up with the right hand, can't get it to go. Haley Hertzler with the rebound. Here come the Wolverines. Off to a good start here at home. Reversal right side to David Sizer. Against the 2-3, Wolverines a 1-3-1 zone offense. Hannon left of the lane, Hannon down low for David Sizer on the baseline. Lob to Sherrod on the block, back to David Sizer. 12 to shoot. And Hertzler walked with the ball. Shuffled the feet as she made the catch, and it will be Chatham basketball. First turnover of the game for Grove City. Brief stoppage to allow Hertzler to fix her shoe. And we'll be Chatham basketball working against the Grove City half-court man-to-man. Wolverines, they like to press at times, but we may not see a whole lot of it today. Chatham wants to go, go, go. Chatham wants this to be a 94-foot game. Ball deflected, grabbed by Chenault back near midcourt. Brock on the right wing with it. Charjay Brock hesitates, drives in, driving kick left corner. Lockus is open, high arching 3, no good. Rebound out of bounds off of Chatham's Madison Naru, and it will be Grove City basketball. Chatham as a team shoots 33% on threes, 153s this year in 18 games. Not afraid to let it fly. They make a pretty good percentage of them, as we alluded to. Polchinski down court, Hertzler across the lane to David Sizer, who was open, but the Wolverines will reset it. Right corner, back to Hertzler, gives a hesitation. Hertzler into the lane, stripped. Had her pocket picked by Naru, and here comes Chatham. 3-on-2. Naru whips it left side to Brock, left wing. Loudon, lefty, 3, good. Ashley Loudon cuts the lead in half at 6-3. Loudon, her team leading 48-3 of the season. She leads the PAC in three-point percentage, 39, and she bumped that up a hair with that triple. High post, Hannon with it. Hannon, drive and kick, right corner. David Sizer's 3 blocked by Loudon, but grabbed by Sherrod. Finds Hannon right of the lane. 15-footer off the mark, no good. And there for the rebound is Chenault. Outlet down court, Loudon near side with it. Kick out, 3. Chenault good, and we're tied at 6. So pair of threes each way, and we are knotted up at 6. with 3.5 minutes gone by. Top of the key, Hannon with it. Hannon drives to the lane, pulls up jumper, can't get it to go. Ball batted around. Polchinski battling for it, can't bring it in. Chenault snags it for Chatham. Cougars look for the lead for the first time today. Locus streaking to the basket, shot blocked out of bounds by Davensizer, and it stays Chatham ball. Wholesale changes for Grove City. Bethany Thompson, Sarah Pfeiffer, Reese Hazley, Emma Ulmer, and Nevaeh Ewing checking in. Wolverines without Alexis Hudson today. She's on crutches. That's certainly a notable absence in the Wolverine lineup. Entry inside, deflected away by Ulmer and grabbed by Reese Hazley. Wolverines force the turnover. Hazley down court. Hazley to the line, to the lane, into Ulmer, and she can't handle it. Wolverines give it back. Right idea, just maybe a little bit too much mustard on the pass, and it will be Chatham ball. No subs yet for Chatham. Brock will bring it ahead. Chatham, good guard play, but also good size as well. This is a deep, talented, and versatile and flexible team. They can beat you a lot of ways. Chenault around a screen. Chenault pick and roll inside for Naru, and Naru is fouled down low by Emma Ulmer. And one of our first free throws of the night. Ulmer called for the foul. Her first, team second, will be Madison Naru shooting 2. So Naru at the line to the left, 83% at the line this year. First one is up and in. And Chatham has its first lead, 7-6. Cougars on a 7-0 run. Grove City scored the first 6, and now 7 straight for Chatham. Naru line to the left. Puts it up and in. She goes 2 for 2. And Chatham has a 2-point lead, 8-6. Cougars set up the 2-2-1. Ewing in the backcourt. Ewing certainly can be a factor against the zone today with her perimeter prowess. Hazley down court and threw it away, threw it right to Locus. Here comes Chatham. Brock for the trailer, Chenault. Chenault whips it inside. Wide open as Locus. Layup is good. What a pass and what a finish. Locus, her first field goal. 4 different Cougars have scored. It's 10-6 Chatham. Nevaeh over the timeline with it. Finds Thompson with 5:15 to go in the quarter. Thompson, pass batted away. But Thompson retrieves it. Hazley with it. Hazley bounce pass to Ewing in the lane. Ewing up top to Hazley. Left wing. Thompson. 3 good. Bethany Thompson hits the triple. The Wolverines stop the run. Thompson's 12th 3 of the year. Good ball movement by the Wolverines, and Thompson knocks down the 3. 10-9, 4:50 to go first quarter. Locus top of the circle with it. Left side for Chenault. Chenault pulls up to her left. 3 up and routed around and popped out. No good. Rebound secured by Ulmer. We'll have the media timeout on the next dead ball as we have 4:34 to go first quarter. Right wing Thompson with it. Thompson right corner to Ewing. Nevaeh Ewing 3 up, long, no good, and we'll have a foul on the rebound. They'll get Hazley with a push. That'll be her first and the team's third, and we've reached the media timeout. 10-9 Chatham leads. We'll be back in 1 minute on the home of the Wolverines.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Back here in the Grove City College Arena, 10-9, Chatham on top, 4:24 to go in quarter number 1. Quick look at the PAC scoreboard. Everything's still early. St. Vincent leads Geneva 17-13. Allegheny on top of Waynesburg University 20-8. Franciscan an 8-5 lead on Teal. And W&J has bolted to a 13-2 lead on Bethany. Chatham with the basketball. Cougars have their first sub of the game in. It's going to be Zelly Rodriguez in. 5'7" senior. She's a veteran. Great luxury to have a player like Rodriguez to bring off your bench for head coach David Sauer. No changes in the Grove City lineup. Locus left side for Loudon. 3 up. That one's off the mark. And the rebound snagged by Reese Hazley. Here come the Wolverines. Outlet down court. Sarah Pfeiffer, right wing. Lob in for Ulmer. And Locus nearly came up with the interception, but just ran out of room on the baseline. It will stay Grove City ball. And I think they'll have to reset the shot clock or not. Did she have possession? Let's see. Officials get together. Justin Ehrman and David Jopp hit the recall button, and it's 24 to shoot for the Wolverines. Sarah Pfeiffer will inbound. A sophomore from Pine Richland. Wolverines zip it around the horn. Back up top to Ewing. Right wing Thompson. Near block Ulmer with it. Turnaround jumper. Ulmer on the way. Good. Ulmer. First basket of the game, and the Wolverines are back on top, 11-10. Ulmer, the 6'3" junior from Milton, Northumberland Christian. She's almost automatic in that 12 to 15-foot range. Chenault, 3, good. She's automatic from about anywhere in the forecourt. Second 3 for Chenault. And it's 13-11. Grove City's back on the short end. Chenault with her second 3 of the afternoon. Hazley into the front court with it. Against the 2-3. Almost a matchup look at times. Ulmer to Pfeiffer, right wing. Hazley 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, loose. Still loose, and Loudon able to stick her nose in there and grab it for Chatham. Whips it ahead to Brock. Off her hands, but Hannah Chenault, right place, right time. Cross court to Rodriguez, right of the lane. Back on the left wing to Brock. Charjay Brock, driving kick to Loudon, right wing. 16 to shoot, 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Loudon drives in, righty layup, no good. Locus flies in for the rebound. Chenault with it. Chenault, 8 to shoot, down low for Locus, puts it up, blocked by Ulmer. Rebound, grabbed by Thompson. Here come the Wolverines. Bethany Thompson to the line, to the lane, kicks it out. Pfeiffer, 3, up, long, no good. Chenault with a weak side board for Chatham, and here come the Cougars. Outlet down court, intercepted by Hazley. Wolverines have numbers 3-on-1. Ahead to Thompson. She'll put it up and in. What a feed from Hazley, and Thompson finishes. 5 for Bethany Thompson. Bethany Thompson scoring in transition. Hazley with the steal and then the assist. We're tied at 13, 2:19 to go, first quarter. Locus left wing with it. Finds Loudon, drives left baseline, back up top for Rodriguez. Rodriguez pulls up, left of the lane, back to Chenault. Another 3 on the way. That one is long, and Ulmer the rebound, and a foul will go on Brock as she crashed into Hazley. That's the first foul of the afternoon on Chatham. It'll be Grove City ball with 2:06 to go in the quarter. Hannon, Hertzler, Polchinski, Davensizer, and Sherrod back in. Grove City has its starting 5. And Leah Harkenrider, 5'4" grad student, in for the first time for Chatham. She's at Chatham by way of Alfred University. Briefly a PAC member back in the late 90s. Polchinski works it inside, nobody home. Intercepted by Loudon. Loudon into the forecourt with it. Loudon leaves it for the trailer. Righty layup up by Naru, no good. Hannon with the rebound. 1:40 to go, first quarter. Hannon over the timeline, whips it inside for Sherrod. Sherrod up with the right hand, and good. Sherrod scoring in transition, 15-13, Grove City. Hannon with the feed, and Sherrod gets her first basket of the afternoon. 5 different Wolverines have scored. Chatham's put 4 players in the scoring column. Naru, left of the lane with it. She's 2 for 2 at the line. Back out to Loudon, 12 to shoot. Loudon to the left block, up over Sherrod, no good. Rebound grabbed it by Naru. Naru in trouble, works it inside. Rodriguez, floater in the lane, back of the rim, front of the rim, and good. Zelly Rodriguez ties it at 15. 1 minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter, tied at 15 here in the Grove City College Arena. Hertzler left side to Polchinski. Polchinski top of the key, now working left side. Back to Hertzler, 11 to shoot, 45 seconds to go first quarter. Hertzler has it knocked away from behind by Brock. Here comes Brock into the forecourt. Brock left of the lane with the right hand, up, rattles around and drops. For Charjay Brock, the steal and the score for her. Chatham back on top. 17-15, Chatham retaking the lead. Back and forth first quarter. Grove City has possession, 16 to shoot, differential of about 5.5 seconds. David Sizer right corner. Sherrod on the baseline, and it's knocked away. Loudon the steal. Time for Chatham. Here come the Cougars. 2-on-1. Loudon left of the lane, up with the left hand. No. Rebound out of bounds. And it's going to be Grove City ball as Hertzler threw it out off Naru, and the Wolverines will have it with ample time. 8.6 seconds to go in the first quarter. Chatham sets up the 2-2-1. Hannon looking to get it in. Finds Polchinski in the backcourt. Polchinski to Sherrod at midcourt. 5 seconds. Back to Polchinski right wing. 3 seconds. Polchinski cross court, deflected away. It goes out of bounds as time expires. And that is the end of the first quarter. 17-15 Chatham on top. We'll come back with the second quarter after this on the Wolverines Sports Network.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? When a tornado is tearing through town? Or a hurricane strikes? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. And it's not always as simple as using your cell phone. That's why now is the time to take action. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Wolverine pep band with a fine rendition of Smoke on the Water between the first and second quarter. And the Wolverines, well, they were certainly smoking for a while from behind the three-point line. 3 of 7 in the first quarter. Grove City overall 6 of 12 from the field. Chatham 6 of 19. But the Cougars have the 2-point lead, 17-15 to start the second quarter. Will be Grove City ball moving left to right in the white jerseys. Red numbers and letters, red trim. Chatham in the black with white numerals and lettering, purple and white trim for the Cougars. Polchinski inside for Hannon. Open behind the defense. Layup is good, and we're tied at 17. Polchinski, the backdoor lob. Found the soft spot in the zone, and Clara Hannon with her first points of the afternoon. Both teams getting a lot of contributions from several players. Brock in the lane. Jumper rattles around and drops in. Sharjay Brock unbreaks the tie, or breaks the tie, I should say. Brock with 4, 19-17. Chatham back on top. Shared inside for Hannon. Glass rim, no. Rebound ripped out of there by Naru for Chatham. Naru does a very nice job on the glass at both ends. Naru averaging team leading 7 rebounds per game. Brock, jumper in the lane, doesn't go. And Reese Hazley the rebound. Hazley, Hannon, Sherrod, Polchinski, David Sizer for Grove City. Brock and Harkenrider up top in the 2-3 for Chatham. Lacus, Chenault, and Naru the back line. 3 left wing, David Sizer no good, and Naru another rebound. Naru puts it on the deck, brings it ahead. Naru, cross court for Chenault, pulls up, left wing 3, rims out, no good. And Polchinski, the rebound, took it away from Rowan High School pal Lacus. Ahead to Sherrod. Sherrod steaming down the lane, righty layup is good. Meredith Sherrod with 4, we're tied at 19. (19-19), 8:25 to go in the first half. Harkenrider with it. Out to Lacus. Left wing Brock. Brock around a screen. Top of the circle for Naru. And over to Chenault on the right wing. 7 to shoot. Kick it out to Lacus. 5 seconds. Back to Chenault right wing. 3 seconds to shoot. Chenault puts up a shot blocked by David Sizer, and Clara Hannon the rebound. Here come the Wolverines. A chance to reclaim the lead. Polchinski down court to Hazley. Near block Sherrod posting up on Lacus. Along the baseline to David Sizer. 3 ball, rims out, no good. Rebound loose, still loose. Chenault and Polchinski battling for it. Chenault, while on her wallet, comes out of there with it. Brock on the left wing, Sharjay Brock to the right elbow, right corner. Harkenrider, corner, 3-pointer, no. Lacus grabs the rebound. Chatham gets a second crack at it. Brock has it knocked away by Hazley, grabbed by David Sizer. Here comes Grove City, 2-on-2. David Sizer throws it to nobody in particular, and the Wolverines give it back. Thought somebody was there, but nobody was. And Grove City turns it over. That is turnover number 8 for Grove City. Julia Calvin in for the first time for Chatham, 5'8" junior. She's out of Portland, Oregon, by way of Cal Poly Humboldt. Loudon, Chenault, Naru, Calvin, and Lockus, the Chatham 5. Hannon, Sherrod, Thompson, Hazley, and Alexa McDole in for Grove City. McDole, the sophomore guard from Mars, in for the first time this afternoon. 7:17 to go in the half, tied at 19, and an illegal screen will be called on the far side. They may get Calvin, and indeed they do get Julia Calvin, her first and the team's first in the second quarter. The thing with Chatham playing the zone predominantly, or almost exclusively, is Chatham generally doesn't have to worry about foul trouble. That's not 100% foolproof, but more often than not, you're not getting a lot of free throws against Chatham. Hazley to Thompson left side. Entry down low, grabbed by Hannon somehow. McDole back left wing for Thompson. 3, Thompson pops out, no good. And a foul on the rebound. They'll get Hazley for crashing in to Calvin. Hazley with a foul, her second, team first. So Hazley out. And Haley Hertzler back in at the 6:55 mark. Tied at 19. We've had 5 ties and 5 lead changes so far today. Loudon off a screen, looking for the pick and roll, and threw it off the leg of Hertzler. Here comes Grove City. Loudon hesitated for just a minute and resulted in a turnover. Hannon kicks it out. McDole, 3 from the left wing, rims out, no. Sherrod the rebound, puts it back, last rim and drops. Meredith Sherrod with 6. Grove City retakes the lead. Calvin gives it off to Naru. Naru in the paint, up with the right hand, blocked by Sherrod. Naru gets it back on the block. Underneath the hoop, down low for the cutter. Calvin, it's blocked out of bounds by McDole. Well, the Wolverines are having a block party this afternoon. Everybody getting in there, including Alexa McDole, all 5'4" of her. And I think we're going to have a question on the shot clock. Right now it says 26:16 to go in the half. And the officials say we're good to go. So we shot clock at 20, and Chatham will inbound out of a 1-4. Get up top to Lockus. Left wing to Calvin. And now for Chenault. Loudon with it. Loudon, 3 on the way. Banks it home. Loudon with 6, and Chatham back on top. Loudon, 49th 3 of the season. Little help on that one, but they all count. 22-21. Close to a 10 count on Grove City, but Thompson just beat it. It was close. McDole far block the hand and up top for Thompson. Thompson rips through, drives in. Thompson back to Sherrod at the foul line. Reversal for Hertzler, tipped by Loudon. 5 to shoot. Hertzler with it, and she walked with the basketball. It goes back to Chatham with 5:37 to go in the first half. Remember, we talked about Grove City, the one quarter in which the Wolverines have a negative point differential this year is the second. Minus 58, and Chatham's best quarter is the second, plus 127. But so far, it's 6-5 Grove City. Chenault into the front court, left side to Calvin. Finds Naru, and now right wing for Rodriguez, who's back in for Chatham. Chenault off a triple screen up top. Chenault back left of the lane, 17-foot pull-up, and doesn't go. Rebound tipped over to Naru, however. Naru tied up by Polchinski. Arrow belongs to Chatham at the 5:19 mark. The Grove City quintet, Polchinski, Hertzler, Ewing, David Sizer, and Sherrod, and now Sherrod out, Emma Omer back in. 22-21, Chatham with the lead and the basketball. Game 1 of 2 today. Men's game will tip off at 3. Chenault left side, up top for Loudon off a screen. 11 to shoot, Loudon right of the lane. Loudon works it right corner for Calvin. Calvin into the lane, and she's fouled. Excuse me, that was, she was shooting the free throws. The foul goes on Nevaeh Ewing. That's Nevaeh's first. Team second, and it will be Calvin at the line shooting 2. Julia Calvin at the line, shooting 2. 3 of 9 at the line this year, now 3 of 10. There would be some that would say with the last name like Calvin, it might be predestined. 5:08 to go in the first half. And that one is good for Calvin, her first point of the afternoon, 23-21. I have to use that Grove City College liberal arts education every now and again in these broadcasts. 5 minutes to go in the half. Hertzler driving kick left side to David Sizer, up top to Polchinski. Down low for Ulmer on the baseline. 8-footer good. Emma Ulmer's second field goal of the afternoon, and another tie, this time at 23. Ulmer with 4, Polchinski another assist. Loudon on the right wing with it. Loudon will hand it off to Calvin. Naru top of the circle. Naru looking, still looking, working against the Grove City man-to-man. Bounce pass for Cutting Rodriguez, but she can't handle it. Hertzler with it for Grove City. Outlet down court for a streaking Polchinski. Over the right hand and good. Polchinski, first 2 of the afternoon. She has 5. Grove City retakes the lead. 25-23 Grove City with 4:15 to go in the half. We'll have the media timeout on the next dead ball. Calvin left wing. Calvin guarded by Ewing. Into the high post for Naru. Naru lost her balance and a foul will be called. Let's see if it's Ulmer or Polchinski. It will be on Emma Ulmer, her second, and we've reached the media timeout. Wolverines are up a pair, 25-23. Back with more second quarter action after this on the home of the Wolverines.
Hey, is that a faucet running? Nope, that's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest. It is? Yeah, forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink. The water comes straight from the forest to us. In fact... What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum. That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe. How do trees clean the air? They soak up the dirty air on their leaves, branches, and trunks, which means clean air for us. Cool. I didn't know that. Yep. But the forest does more than give us clean air and water. It gives us shade for hot days, birds to listen to, and trees to climb. Wow. That's awesome. I didn't know how cool the forest could be. Hey, let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
(25-23). Grove City on top. Chatham will have the basketball coming out of the stoppage. Charjay Brock, Julia Calvin, Ashley Loudon, Alyssa Lockus, and Zelly Rodriguez for Chatham. Meredith Shared, Clara Hannon. Wait. Shared, Hannon, Hazley, David Sizer, Polchinski. Sorry about that. Driving in Loudon with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Rebound loose on the near side and snagged by Polchinski. Here comes Grove City ahead to David Sizer, left side for the trailer Polchinski. She splits the gap up top, right wing to Hazley. Hazley top of the circle. Hazley back in with 2 personals. 3:44 to go in the half. Hazley, right corner Polchinski, 2-man game. Polchinski, corner 3 long, and Calvin rips down the rebound for Chatham. Chatham out rebounding Grove City, 18-15 so far. Calvin, right wing 3 on the way. No, but there for the rebound, Lockus. Kick out Loudon. Her 3, it doesn't go. Rebound loose in the lane, and Polchinski snags it for Grove City. Marr, of course, among the team's rebound leaders. In fact, she does lead the team in rebounds, 5.8 per game, and she snagged that one. Left of the lane, Hannon with it. Up top, Polchinski. 3-pointer, back of the rim, no. And Rodriguez comes up with the defensive board for Chatham. Back the other way come the Cougars. 3 minutes to go in the half. Brock in the foul circle. Brock down the lane around Hazley, no good. Rebound tipped around Rodriguez with it, muscles it up, it won't go. Loose underneath, Brock with it, puts it up, blocked by Sherrod, out of bounds, and it stays Chatham ball. But the Cougars crashing the offensive glass, getting second and third and fourth opportunities. Hazley out, Hertzler in. 14 to shoot, 2:49 to go in the half. Grove City leading 25-23. Chatham with the ball. Loudon out of a 1-4, finds Lockus. Now Calvin top of the key. Loudon on the left side, fumbled it out of bounds. Just took her eyes off of it for a moment. Chatham turns it over for the 8th time today. Goes back to the Wolverines. Coming up at halftime, we'll have stats, scoring, a look at the PAC scoreboard, and a preview of the men's game later today, Grove City and Chatham. That should be a dandy as well. Hannon in the lane to Polchinski, left corner for Hertzler. Hertzler's cross-court pass deflected by Loudon, but David Sizer maintains possession for Grove City. Near block shared with it. Foul will be called inside. Lockus, didn't look like a whole lot there, but Lockus calling for the foul. Her first, team second. .2:25 to go in the half. Grove City with it. Hannon top of the key. Hannon right elbow. Over to Hertzler. Chenault coming back to the table for Chatham. Hertzler left wing with it. To Polchinski against the 2-3 zone. Entry for Sherrod, knocked away by Rodriguez. Here comes Brock leading the break. Brock into the lane. 8-foot runner good for Charjay. Brock was 6, tied at 25. Brock out of Columbus in the Afrocentric Early College. 6 for the Clarion U transfer. 3 by David Sizer, no good, but Hertzler with a rebound on the near corner. Hertzler in some trouble, steps through a double team. Timeout, Grove City. Wolverines will take a timeout. It's a 30, and we'll take it as well. Tied at 25, 1:45 to go in the half. This is Wolverine basketball.
My name is Jim. I'm a veteran, and I lost both legs in Vietnam. My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
I'm Julius. I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission, helping veterans of all generations get the benefits they've earned.
I'm Cece. My victory was finishing my education.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Mara Polchinski will inbound. First timeout taken by either team. Wolverines have 3 left. Chatham with 4, and the Wolverines turn it over. Chenault comes out of there with it, but she lost it. Hertzler gets it back for Grove City to Sherrod on the block of the right hand. No good. Rebound out of bounds off of Meredith Sherrod. Bit of a shaky exchange there by both teams. Grove City keeps possession with 25 on the shot clock. Hannon will inbound out of a 1-4. Hannon with it. Into Sherrod in the corner, guarded by Rodriguez in the 2-3. Brock and Harkenrider up top. Harkenrider, good minutes off the bench in the first half for Chatham. Polchinski left the lane to Sherrod at the foul line. Jump shot short. Charjay Brock the rebound. Cougars do a really good job of rebounding out of the 2-3. A lot of times zone defenses have trouble on the defensive glass. Not the case for Chatham. Cougars positive rebound margin on the season, plus 2.8, and they are in the black today. Chenault, right of the lane, off the backboard, doesn't go. Hertzler with the rebound for Grove City. Chatham plus 4, 23-19. A minute to go in the half, tied at 25. Polchinski near block to Sherrod. Foul, no, travel. They get the travel first as Sherrod shuffled her feet. 12th turnover of the half for Grove City. Chatham's turned it over 9 times. That was something that Coach Baker alluded to in the pregame. Have to take care of the basketball, and turnovers starting to become a bit of a problem. A foul out on the far wing. Hertzler crashed into the ball handler Harkenrider. Hertzler second, team 4th. Chatham in the bonus for the final 52 seconds of the half. Chatham ball far side into Lockus. Tied at 25. Right corner, Chenault with it off a screen. Chenault 3, good. Hannah Chenault with a hat trick, 3rd 3 of the half. Chatham back on top, 28-25. Hannon top of the circle with it. And a travel will be called. Harkenrider got a little bit of her, thought they might get the foul. Instead, Hannon, footwork a little bit too fancy, and Grove City gets it back. Bethany Thompson back in for Hertzler with 35.7 seconds to go. I have a hunch that this next 35-plus seconds, really critical for the Wolverines. Get a stop here and maybe tie it or cut into the lead before halftime. Again, just 3, but don't want Chatham to get that additional momentum before halftime. Wolverines do not have a foul to give either. Brock with it, guarded by Polchinski. Differential of 5.5 seconds. Right wing with it is Brock. 12 on the shot clock. Lockus pivots, nobody there, and swings it over to Rodriguez. Give and go back to Lockus. On the block, threw it off of Rodriguez's leg, grabbed by Harkenrider. Kick out Lockus, 19-footer, no good. Rebound, loose, and grabbed by Hannon. 4 seconds to go. Hannon with 3, 2, kick out. David Sizer, 3 to beat the buzzer. Got it! Jaden David Sizer beats the buzzer with a 3, and we're tied at 28. Wolverines tie it on the 3. Jaden David Sizer's second 3 of the half, and we go to the locker room tied at 28. Chatham coach David Sauer wanted to travel, and I don't know if we're going to have they may be coming to review the shot. Either way, we'll tell you about if they change anything when we come back. Tied at 28. This is Wolverine basketball.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Halftime here in the Grove City College Arena, and Chatham and Grove City locked on a good one, tied at 28. And we alluded to it throughout the first half. The second quarters have been at times problematic for Grove City, and it's been Chatham's best quarter of the year, but Grove City a 13-11 edge in period number 2. We're tied at 28. Jaden Davidsizer hitting the three to beat the buzzer, and they confirmed it via the video replay, so the halftime clock was a bit later in starting. But it is 28 all here at the break. Grove City in the first half, 12 of 28 from the field. That is 43%. Chatham, 10 of 38, 26%. Chatham, a 24-20 edge on the glass, a dozen offensive rebounds for Chatham. Scoring leaders, Grove City, Meredith Sherrod, Jaden Davidsizer, 6 each. Bethany Thompson and Mara Polchinski with 5. And Emma Ulmer has 4. Clara Hannon, a field goal for 2. On the Chatham side, it is Hannah Chenault leading the way with 9 on 3 threes. Charjay Brock with 6. Ashley Loudon, 6, and then 2 each for Zelly Rodriguez, Madison Naru, and Alyssa Lacus. Julia Calvin split a pair of free throws. She's 1 of 2 at the line. Turnovers, 9 for Chatham. Grove City has turned it over 13 times. We've had 8 ties and 9 lead changes in the first half. Largest lead of the game, Grove City led 6-0 early. It was 6-0 Grove City early, then Chatham went up 10-6, and that's been it. It's been back and forth ever since here. And right now we are evened up 28-28 at the break. We want to thank our stat crew here today. We have Ryan Merrick and Jake Kimmick doing the stats today, doing a great job. They're enjoying a halftime lunch spread here. So how is it? Good. Ryan says it's good, so it looks good. I can assure you of that. We will not say where it's from because they're not a sponsor, but we can assure you that he's enjoying his lunch. Also, up top, we have Tyler Grupak doing a lot of the social media. You can go to on X, at GCC_Wolverines. You can see some game clips and highlights and so forth. Tyler's up there. We have Luke Kimmick up there doing a variety of roles, and Emma Daly on our second camera today. So thanks to everybody who is pitching in today, bringing you Wolverine basketball, this doubleheader in the President's Athletic Conference. 28-28, all knotted up. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll look at the PAC scoreboard here on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. It's that time of year again. Buy one, get one free windshield wiper sale. You heard correct. BOGO windshield wiper sale with any of our Valvoline full-service oil change through the end of the year. So get ready for Old Man Winter today before he arrives. BOGO windshield wiper sale through December 31st. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy.
Grove City College is a Christian college where you'll be challenged academically and nourished spiritually, where you can determine your calling and understand how to pursue it, and where you'll be a part of a community of purpose and principle. An excellent education is at the heart of the Grove City College experience, coupled with a commitment to faith and a mission to keep higher education affordable. I'm Grove City College President Paul McNulty, inviting you to visit gcc.edu to learn more.
My name is Jim. I'm a veteran, and I lost both legs in Vietnam. My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
I'm Julius. I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission, helping veterans of all generations get the benefits they've earned.
I'm Cece. My victory was finishing my education.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Hey, there he is. How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand or what?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
Are you okay?
I'm having a stroke.
Your face looks weird, too.
I'm having a stroke.
Are you having a seizure or something?
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear.
I'm having a stroke.
You just need to know the sudden signs. Look for FAST, F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. Or S, speech difficulty. Then T, time. Time to call 911 immediately, because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Know the sudden signs. Face, arm, speech, time. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college, which ends up making the future better for all of us. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I was sensitive to lights and sounds, so I'd build secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. Sometimes I do the same things over and over, until one day I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
It is halftime in the Grove City College Arena. 28-28 Grove City and Chatham all tied up. And a lot of pretty good basketball going on today in the President's Athletic Conference. Looking at the PAC scoreboard, everything is at halftime. All the games started at 1, and everybody's reaching halftime at pretty much the same time up the road in Meadville. Allegheny leading Waynesburg University 52-33. We'll see the Gators Wednesday night in Meadville. The Wise Center will be on air 5:30 with the Jason Baker Show. Women will tip at 6, men at 8. We'll be up in Meadville Wednesday for that doubleheader. Elsewhere, Geneva leading St. Vincent 35-32 at the break. And we also have W&J on top of Bethany 34-23 at halftime. W&J, of course, jumped out to a big lead and right now up 11. And halftime in Greenville, Teal leading Franciscan 28-21. Tomcats looking to get win number 1 on the season. and they are up a touchdown on Franciscan. Coming up later today, of course, the men's game between Grove City and Chatham. The Grove City men, the only team to defeat Chatham so far on the men's side. The Chatham men, 13-1 overall. They are leading the conference right now and looking to take another step towards the number 1 seed. Grove City looking to bounce back. A couple of tough losses on the road. Of course, last Saturday at Franciscan and then Wednesday night at W&J, 55-51. Wolverines looking to bounce back here in the friendly confines of the Grove City College Arena. And we'll have that coming up at or around 3 o'clock here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Teams have returned to the floor for the start of or they're warming up. The second half will be getting underway in about 5 minutes. We'll take our final halftime break. Grove City and Chatham locked in a good one. We'll have the second half after this on the Wolverine Sports Network.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is the news. This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort. They now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to 4-star general. It was just announced that the vast majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at GoRedForWomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work, there's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control over my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Back here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Third quarter will be getting underway in short order. Had a chance, a lot of special guests here in the stands today. Several members of Grove City's 2020 PAC Championship women's basketball team are here today. Had a chance to visit with a couple of them. Lindsay Stanforth, now Dr. Lindsay Stanforth, Doctor of PT, of course, outstanding guard from West Geauga. Her, Jess Book, now Dr. Jess Book, also a doctorate in PT. They both worked in the sports info office as students as well, so certainly got to know them quite well, and very proud of what all of those young ladies are doing now. But a chance to catch up with them. Jess Book, her senior year, played in the NCAA tournament in both women's soccer and women's basketball. So really a great credit to her athletic prowess here at Grove City. And that women's basketball team, of course, winning 25 games, winning the PAC title February 29th, 2020, down at St. Vincent, beating W&J 54-52 Hard to believe it's been 5 years, but time flies when you're having fun, I guess. But as they say, the days are long and the years are short. But great to see all of them. A number of other ones here. Gretchen Elsey here today. Had a chance to catch up with Gretchen up at Teal a couple of weeks back. She's finishing up her doctorate. I believe it's in kinesiology. It's in that realm. She has a pending faculty appointment at Seton Hill University for next year. So all of them, they did great on the basketball court, now doing great post-Grove City as well. But great to see them. And they saw a pretty good first half from those wearing the Wolverine jerseys now. 28 all. Grove City and Chatham locked up in a good one. And it will be Grove City ball to start the second half. Wolverines go right to left in the second half. White jerseys, red numbers and letters in red trim. Chatham in the black threads. White numbers and letters outlined in purple, purple and white trim. Your officials today, Sean Gouch, Justin Ehrman, and David Jopp. In terms of foul trouble, Emma Ulmer, Haley Hertzler, Reese Hazley, all 2 each for Grove City. Nobody with more than 1 foul on the Chatham side. We're underway in the second half. Top of the key with it. Hertzler, right side. Polchinski, and back to Hertzler on the near side. Playing catch with Polchinski. Shot clock is not running. Hannon, kick it left corner to David Sizer. Hertzler with it. Back to David Sizer. Jumper, Sherrod, no. Rebound grabbed by Loudon. Either way, it's going to be Chatham basketball. Shot clock never started, so it should be at 30 for the Chatham possession on the defensive rebound. And apparently, is there a connection issue? And there we go. So apparently something was loose in the back end. Well, no harm, no foul. Grove City, the shot went up well before any shot clock would have expired anyway. Would have been probably 6 or 7, but either way, it's Chatham ball. Cougars look to draw ahead here early in the third. Brock off a screen, right of the lane jumper, no good. Rebound loose. Lockus comes up. The Lockus with the right hand won't go. Sherrod snags the rebound. Each team comes up empty to start the second half. Outlet ahead to Hannon. Right corner, David Sizer. David Sizer tied the game with a 3 to beat the first half buzzer. She has 6. And the pass intended for David Sizer out of bounds. And it will be Grove City giving it back to Chatham. Wolverines struggled at times with turnovers in the first half, and they turn it over for the first time in the third quarter. 9 minutes to go in the third. 28 all, your score. Top of the key, Lockus with it. And now off for Naru. Naru left of the lane, back to Loudon. Got to keep an eye on Loudon, 6 points, but she is an explosive offensive player. Loudon driving kick. Naru, long two-pointer, no good. Lockus there for the weak side rebound. Her shot blocked out of bounds by Polchinski. Norwin on Norwin action there. And the inbound coming from Brock. Finds Chenault right side, slides to her left. 3, Chenault, no good. Chenault battling for the rebound with Lockus. It goes into the backcourt. Scramble for it. We're going to have a jump ball, and Chatham has the arrow. That one came off the rim at an odd angle. Several players jostling for it. It went into the backcourt, and it stays Chatham ball. Left side, Naru with it against the Grove City man-to-man. Wolverines have been half-court man-to-man all day today. No pressing and no zone as of yet. Chatham, of course, has been 2-3 zone at the defensive end. Loudon throwing it near corner, but Naru cut to the hoop. Chatham turning it over for the 10th time today. Wolverines have done a better job, Chatham has done a better job, 15-9 edge and points off of turnovers. They've had a few more caused turnovers as well. 2-2-1 from Chatham. Most of the Wolverine turnovers have been in the half court. Not a lot of live ball turnovers, which, turnovers sting, but the live ball ones can really hurt because then Chatham's getting 2-on-1, 3-on-1, etc. 10 to shoot. Hertzler to the high post for Hannon. Right side, David Sizer. Jaden right of the lane, 15-foot pull-up, and good. Gets the roll, and the Wolverines are back on top, 30-28. David Sizer with 8, her first two-pointer of the game. And it opens the third quarter scoring. Chenault, right side. Chenault around a screen. Chenault pick and roll in for Naru. A little bit too much on it. The Wolverines force the turnover. It goes back to Grove City at 7:32 of the third quarter. Chatham setting up the 2-2-1. Loudon and Brock up top. Those are two very active guards at the top of any press. Hannon, bounce pass to Hertzler, gets it over the timeline. Hertzler stumbled and Brock got her. That'll be Charjay Brock's second and the first in the third quarter. First foul on either team in the second half. 7:23 to go in the third. Wolverines have scored the only points in the second half so far. That on the David Sizer jump shot. 13 to shoot. Polchinski works on the baseline for Hannon. Hannon left of the lane back to Hertzler. 8 to shoot. Hertzler was 6. Right side David Sizer, far block to Sherrod. Up top for Hertzler, 2 seconds. Hertzler drives in, up with the right hand off the backboard, no good. It is a shot clock violation, and it goes back to Chatham. Good defense from Chatham that time. When Chatham has the 2-3 going, it looks like you're going against 6 or 7. Wolverines have done a good job executing against it a lot today, but that time, the advantage to the purple and black. Top of the key, Lockus, left side for Loudon. Now back up top to Chenault, around a screen. Chenault right of the lane, Brock right corner, 15 to shoot. Brock on Polchinski. Brock posting her up. Brock back out to Loudon, 8 to shoot. Loudon off a screen from Naru. Loudon left the lane, scoop with the left hand, can't get it to go. Rebound batted around, and Clara Hannon snags it for Grove City. Here come the Wolverines, up 2 with 6:25 to go, third quarter. Hannon left of the lane. Hannon, top of the key for Hertzler, reversal right wing Polchinski. Polchinski, 15-foot pull-up, good. Mara Polchinski was 7. 32-28, Grove City back on top by 4. 7-0 run. Went back to the end of the first half. 6 minutes to go in the third. Chatham has yet to score in the second half. Top of the key, Naru with it. Naru working on Sherrod. Spins, steps through, up with the right hand, blocked by the rim, no good. Rebound out of bounds off of Grove City. Sherrod the last to touch it, and it stays with the Cougars. Hazley, Pfeiffer, Thompson, Ewing, Ulmer in as Grove City goes 5 for 5 on the subs with 5:53 to go in the third. Brock to inbound, finds Loudon right corner. Guarded by Sarah Pfeiffer. Loudon drives right baseline, and they'll get her for the travel. Feet kept going. Pfeiffer was there, and then Ewing rotated over to cut her off, and turnover number 12 for Chatham. 32-28. Well, the Wolverines get a little separation here. No lead is safe against Chatham, certainly. Hazley in the forecourt with it. Thompson left wing. Back to Hazley up top. 5:30 to go in the third. 13 to shoot, Thompson. Left corner to Pfeiffer. Left the lane, Ulmer dumps it to Ewing on the baseline. Back to Pfeiffer in the corner. 7 to shoot. Inside, Ulmer posting up, swings it over to Hazley. Hazley hesitates, drives in, pulls up, kick it out. Pfeiffer 3 to beat the buzzer. Got it! Sarah Pfeiffer hits the 3. Pfeiffer, the sharpshooter from Pine Richland, and the Wolverines have their largest lead of the afternoon, 35-28. 5 minutes to go in the third. Chenault, 3. Back of the rim doesn't go. Hazley with the rebound for the Wolverines. Chance to get a little separation here. Momentum on the side of the red and white. With a pass inside off of Ewing's hand and grabbed by Chenault. Grove City gives it back to Chatham. 4:40 to go in the third. Naru with it. Naru into the lane on Ulmer. Naru spins up the left hand, won't go. Good post defense from Ulmer, and Ulmer grabs the defensive rebound. Hazley to Thompson left corner. Rips through, drives left of the lane, and back up top to Hazley. Reese Hazley, three-pointer, good again! Reese Hazley's first points of the afternoon. Timeout, Chatham. It'll become a media timeout. Wolverines are rocking and rolling. They're up 10. 4:24 to go in the third. We'll be back after this on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Ma, is this how you feed a hamster?
I think so.
Is my homework right?
I think so.
Is, this milk still good?
I think so.
When it comes to parenting, sometimes it's okay to think you know. But when it's something as important as your child's car seat, don't just think. Know. Double check if your child is in the right seat for their age and size. It'll help protect them in a car crash. Don't just think. Know by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
4:24 to go in the third, and Grove City is bolted to a 38-28 lead. Grove City 4 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Chatham 0 for 9. Not to oversimplify things, but sometimes basketball comes down to who puts the orange ball in the orange hoop, and Wolverines are shooting 47%, and Chatham's at 21%. Again, Chatham's certainly capable of heating up in a hurry, but Wolverines have a 10-point lead. Each team has taken 1 timeout. Each team has 3 timeouts left for the duration of this one. That, of course, comes into play down the stretch when you can advance the ball into the forecourt. Chenault will bring it ahead. And give it off to Brock, I should say. Brock into the forecourt. Chatham looking for a good possession here. Rodriguez back in. She sparked Chatham in the first half. Brock right wing. Brock, top of the key for Chenault. Inside, posting up is Naru for the cutter. Lockus down the lane. Righty layup. Scoots off the back of the rim. No good. Naru with it. Put back blocked by Ulmer. And Reese Hazley digs out the rebound. Outlet ahead to Pfeiffer on the right side. Pfeiffer pulls up 3-point line and out to Hazley. With 3:55 to go in the third. 13-0 run for Grove City. Reversal, Hazley, right side, 3. That one's long. The rebound into the hands of Zelly Rodriguez for Chatham. Brock into the forecourt with it. Brock keeps the dribble going. Runner with the right hand, no good. Rebound tipped back to Brock. She'll try it again, and she's fouled down low. And perhaps Chatham will look to get something going by getting to the free throw line. Fouls on Reese Hazley, her third, team first. And now we've reached a media timeout. Free throws when we come back. Wolverines are up 10 on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
This is Grove City College President Paul McNulty. Grove City College is a highly ranked national liberal arts college where your formation is viewed holistically, embracing mind, heart, and hand. You'll discover your calling and be equipped to pursue it. You'll also be a part of a community of purpose and principle. Faithfulness to this mission is one of our core values. Learn more about us at gcc.edu.
Sharjay Brock will shoot 2 as we resume action. The media timeout, the bonus media timeout, if you will. Brock 66% at the line this year. First trip to the line today for the 5'8 senior. First one up and good. First point of the second half for Chatham. Brock comes in averaging 11 per game. Leads the team in assists, 58 coming in. She goes 2 for 2. 2 much-needed points for the Cougars, and the lead cut to 8. 38-30. 3:33 to go, third quarter. Hertzler into the forecourt with it. Right side for Pfeiffer. Back out to Ewing against the 2-3 zone. Thompson with it. Thompson, right-hand dribble, 13 to shoot. Hertzler left side. Back to Thompson, left wing. 9 to shoot, entry inside, and off a couple of hands, and grabbed by Rodriguez. Here comes Chatham after the takeaway. Outlet down court for Chenault. Chenault into the lane from right to left. Up with the right hand. It is short. Emma Ulmer had the rebound, lost it. Rodriguez with it. She's tied up, and the arrow belongs to the Wolverines. Hannon, Sherrod, Polchinski, and David Sizer return for Grove City. Hertzler stays on the floor, so it's Grove City starting 5. Chenault, Brock, Loudon, Rodriguez, and Lockus for Chatham. Cougars set up the 2-2-1. 3 minutes to go in the third. Polchinski in the backcourt with it. Spin dribble away from Brock. 38-30. Grove City with the lead. Looking to get win number 10 in league play. Polchinski to Hannon, kick it right side to Hertzler. Back to Polchinski on the right wing. Morrow to the foul line, 9 to shoot. Hannon left of the lane, 15-foot pull-up. no good, and the rebound, Lockus took it away from a teammate, and then Lockus will be fouled on a run out. Haley Hertzler with a reach, and that's number 3 on Hertzler. So a couple of Grove City's key guards, each with 3 fouls, Hertzler and Hazley. And in for the first time today is Kaylee Devlin, 5'8" freshman from Turbotville, Pennsylvania. Devlin making appearance number 20 in this game number 20 for Grove City. It's game number 19 for Chatham. Top of the circle, Chenault with it. Chenault right of the lane. Chenault between the circles to Loudon. Three-pointer, no good. And Mara Polchinski with a defensive board. 2:20 to go in the third. Polchinski head to Davensizer. Back to Polchinski. It's an 8-point game, but it feels very tenuous if you're a Grove City fan. Devlin, back to Polchinski. Left-hand dribble for Mara. Right corner and out of bounds. Looked like she caught a flyer there. Turnover number 18 for the Wolverines. Brock walks it ahead at the 2-minute mark of the third. Guarded in the forecourt by Polchinski. Brock driving in. Brock to the block. Up. No, but a foul. Polchinski, and Brock will go back to the line. Mara's first, team third, and perhaps we'll see more of that. Just the drive and get to the hoop. Harkenrider back in for Chatham as Brock will shoot 2. Brock hit 2 free throws moments ago. Line to the right. Up and in. 9 for Brock. She and Chenault, the high scorers today for Chatham. In fact, they are the high scorers in the game. And they remain tied as Brock is long on the second one. Hannon the rebound. Grove City led the day by Davensizer with 8. Polchinski with 7. Polchinski with the ball against the 2-3. Davensizer to Devlin. Left wing Polchinski. 15 on the shot clock. High post Hannon with it. Left corner to Davensizer. Stripped, but got it back. Might have gotten away with a travel. Polchinski with it. And a blocking foul will be called on Harkenrider. It'll be Harkenrider's first, team second in the third quarter. Polchinski will inbound at the hash mark on the near side. Into Davensizer. Chatham extending the zone a little bit. And the pass intercepted by Rodriguez, but throws it back to Devlin. The shot clock resets on the exchange of turnovers. Right side Hannon, right corner to Davensizer. Davensizer, far block to Sherrod. She's doubled on the baseline. Sherrod, left corner for Polchinski, deflected away. It was not deflected, okay. And another turnover for the Wolverines. 20th turnover of the afternoon. The Wolverines lead by 7. 1:07 to go, third quarter. Loudon up top with it. Loudon for Lockus at the three-point line. Lockus gives it back to Loudon, right wing. Rodriguez, three-pointer, no good. Rebound Harkenrider with it, and Chatham will get another opportunity. Cougars have been crashing the offensive glass all day. Loudon to the foul line. Swing it left wing to Brock. Brock a jab step, 10 to shoot. Brock on Polchinski. In trouble, turnaround jumper on the way. Line drive off the back of the rim. Shared the rebound. Polchinski pushes ahead, differential of 9 seconds between shot and game clock. Davensizer lets it fly, good! Jaden Davensizer, third 3 of the afternoon, the lead back to 10. Davensizer, number 2 all-time at Grove City in three-pointers made, closing in on Abby Moose. 10-point game, 12 seconds to go in the third. Harkenrider right wing. Harkenrider to the block, up with the right hand, no good. Davensizer the rebound. Time for the Wolverines. 5 seconds. Devlin with it. 4 seconds. Devlin all the way. Layup, no. Hannon the tip. Got it! Clara Hannon puts an exclamation point on the third quarter. And the Wolverines will take a 12-point lead into the fourth. It's Grove City 43. Chatham 31. We'll come back with the fourth quarter after this on the home of the Wolverines.
You can't escape a traffic jam. Know what else you can't escape? Seasonal allergies. And you might think you can avoid that coffee stain until... Oh, really? You can't escape a lot of things in life, but you can escape prediabetes. Prediabetes captures 1 in 3 adults. there are usually no signs of prediabetes. In fact, most people don't even know they have it. But with early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Take action by taking the 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. You might not be able to escape having this song stuck in your head, but you can escape prediabetes. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Fourth quarter about to get underway. Grove City leading 43-31. Chatham will have the ball to start the fourth, however. Cougars did not score from the field in the third quarter. But again, the dangerous, dangerous offensive team, Chatham. No panic on that side. But Grove City getting the lead out to 12 with 10 minutes to go. Give me a long 10 minutes if you're a Wolverine fan, but see if the Wolverines can keep it up defensively. Harkenrider around a screen. Harkenrider gives it off to Chenault, up top for Loudon. Loudon left of the lane around Devlin. Loudon is fouled, and she'll shoot two with 9:42 to go. Foul goes on Kaylee Devlin. Her first and the team's first, and it will be Ashley Loudon shooting two. Loudon hits the first one, 82% free throw shooter on the season. And she does nothing to hurt that. Loudon goes 2 for 2, and it's 43-33. 9:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Polchinski against the half-court trap now. Devlin out to Polchinski. Devlin left wing with it. 14 to shoot. Polchinski has it. Polchinski right of lane, knocked away from behind by Brock. Wolverines have it on the baseline, 11 to shoot. Wolverines will send Reese Hazley back in. Hazley with 3 fouls. Devlin out. Nice minutes from Kaylee Devlin. Polchinski to inbound. Finds Hazley up top. Hazley dribbling around against the 2-3, 8 to shoot. Right corner, David Sizer back to Hazley. Far block, Sherrod posting up with the right hand. Glass rim, no good. And Hannah Chenault rips down the rebound for Chatham. Cougars, they get a score and then a stop. Back the way, Loudon, lefty layup is good. Ashley Loudon starting to thaw out. She's in double figures with 10, 43-35. Hannon's pass near side, out of bounds. And will be Chatham basketball. 8:54 to go. Each team with 3 timeouts. In terms of fouls, Hazley and Hertzler 3 for Grove City. Ulmer has 2. Brock 2 on the Chatham side. So no foul trouble for Chatham and mild foul trouble for Grove City at this point. Chenault into the lane, kicks it to Brock left wing. Brock across the lane up with the right hand, doesn't go. And Sherrod snags the rebound for Grove City. Polchinski over the timeline with it. Bethany Thompson waiting at the table for Grove City. 8:32 to go in the fourth. David Sizer, right corner. Over to Hazley. Hazley pulls up. Back to David Sizer. Far block. Sherrod along the baseline and ran out of room. Stepped on the baseline. The Chatham defense funneled her out. And it will be Cougar ball. Calvin back in. Harkenrider out for Chatham. Polchinski and David Sizer check out. Sarah Pfeiffer, Bethany Thompson back in as head coach Jason Baker will get a couple of his starters gassed up for the stretch run. Brock over the timeline with it. Brock guarded by Hazley. Brock changing hands with the dribble out to Loudon. Loudon had not scored in the second half until this quarter. 2 free throws and then the basket in the lane. Chenault up top, 12 to shoot. Into the high post. Naru with it. Naru on Sherrod. Back to Loudon, 7 to shoot. Loudon on Pfeiffer. Loudon left of the lane, lefty layup. Hangs on the rim, drops in, and a foul. Loudon a 3-point opportunity. And a timeout will be taken by Grove City. It'll be a 30-second timeout for the Wolverines. We'll take it as well. Grove City up 6 on the Wolverines Sports Network.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Grove City with 2 timeouts left. Chatham has 3. 7:58 to go in the fourth quarter. Chatham has scored the first 6 points of the fourth quarter, all courtesy of Ashley Loudon, who will shoot 1, looking to complete a 3-point play. Loudon, the 5'7" grad student out of Bellsville, Ohio, came to Chatham by way of Bluefield State. Line to the right. She's 2 for 2 at the line today. And now 3 of 3. Grove City's lead has been cut to 5. Ashley Loudon single-handedly a 7-0 run. Wolverines need a good possession here. Thompson over the timeline with 7:47 to go. Hazley running the offense, right wing for Pfeiffer and back to Hazley. Thompson back to Hazley up top, 11 to shoot, around a screen. Hazley out of the baseline, Hannon, 12-footer, got it, just what the doctor ordered. 6 for Hannon, and the lead back to 7, 45-38. Brock in the foul circle, right wing to Chenault. Chenault 9 points in the first half on 3 threes. Naru back out to Loudon. Loudon driving in, driving kick, there's Chenault. Corner, 3, good. Chenault's first points of the second half, 45-41, a dozen for Hannah Chenault on 4 threes. 7 minutes to go in regulation. Hannon out to Hazley. Hazley shovels it off to Thompson. Thompson right of the lane. Thompson kick it over to Pfeiffer. 10 on the shot clock. Thompson back to Pfeiffer. Hazley top of the circle. High post, shared with it, drives right of the lane, and shot blocked. The arrow stays with Grove City. Naru with the block. The Wolverines will have it on the baseline, 4 to shoot. Polchinski and David Sizer back to the table. Thompson and Pfeiffer exit. David Sizer will be the inbounder. You have to keep an eye on her popping back in, perhaps. Pass up top, caught by Hannon, 3 seconds. Hannon, foul line jumper on the way. Back of the rim, doesn't go. Brock with a rebound. And here comes Chatham. 10-2 Cougar run. The Cougars have the ball. Brock, top of the key, around a screen from Naru. Give it off to Chenault. Chenault, right-hand dribble, around a screen from Naru. Chenault at the foul line, jumper on the way, line drive no good. Rebound, Hazley with it for Grove City. She'll cradle it. Here comes Grove City. Hazley, top of the key with it. Rebound margin still +5 for Chatham. Sherrod right block, reverse it to Hazley right side. 3 up, no good. Weak side board. Hannon has it on the near side. The Wolverines will get another crack at it. Hazley right wing. Far block to Sherrod. Inside for Hannon in the paint. Kick out to Polchinski. Morrow with 10 to shoot across the lane back to Sherrod. 17-footer good for Meredith Sherrod. 8 for Sherrod. Lead back to 6, 47-41. 5:40 to go in the fourth. Brock right of the lane. Brock underneath the hoop. Reverse layup on the right hand and good. Tough shot for Sharjay Brock. Brock in double figures with 11. That was pretty. 47-43. 5:21 to go, fourth quarter. Hazley off a screen, out of the baseline. Hannon jumper on the way. That one's long. Loudon the rebound. Loudon pushes ahead. Loudon to the three-point line. Pulls up. 3. Loudon good. And it's 47-46. Ashley Loudon has spearheaded this comeback. 15-4 run. She has 10 of the 15. 4:55 to go in the fourth. Near corner, David Sizer with it. Out to Polchinski, right wing Hazley. Far block to Sherrod, kick out to Polchinski, 14 to shoot. Polchinski, right wing to Hazley. Hazley left-hand dribble, lob back to David Sizer, left side, 6 to shoot. David Sizer back to Hannon, baseline jumper, scoots across the rim, no good. Loud on the rebound, Chatham a chance to reclaim the lead. Outlet down court, Chenault into the lane, and a foul will be called. Hannah Chenault will shoot 2 with 4:29 to go. Fouls on Polchinski, her second, team third. .429 to go, and Hannah Chenault to shoot 2. 12 points today for Chenault. She is 83% at the line this year. She ties it at 47. Now looking to put Chatham on top for the first time in the second half, and she does. That one barely moved the net. 48-47. 4:26 to go. Wolverines now trailing for the first time in the second half. Teams traded the lead back and forth in the first half. Grove City's led for the bulk of the second half until now. Hazley to Hannon, kick out to Hertzler, right wing. 13 to shoot, coming up on the 4-minute mark. Hazley, left corner to David Sizer. Hannon at the foul line, jumper good. Wolverines back on top. Hannon with 8, 49-48. Brock near block. Gets it back out to Chenault. Chenault, right-hand dribble. Working on the near side. Give it off to Loudon. Reversal left side to Brock. 13 to shoot. Chenault off a screen. 3 for the lead. Good. Looked good when it left her hand. Chenault's 5th 3 of the afternoon. Chenault now with a game-high 17. Ulmer in the lane. Ulmer in trouble. Out to Hazley. Hazley drives in, tried to get it to Ulmer, deflected away by Loudon, but it comes near side. Hertzler with it. 12 to shoot, finds Hazley at the foul line. Jumper rattles home. Hazley's first 2 of the game. She has 5. We're tied at 51. 51 all at Dandy this afternoon in the Grove City College Arena. Can the Wolverines knock off the defending conference champs? Chatham with a furious comeback in the fourth. 3 minutes to decide this one. Chenault right of the lane, runner with the right hand, long, no good. David Sizer the rebound. David Sizer will get it off the hand, and here comes Grove City. Remember, Wolverines 2 timeouts, Chatham 3. Hertzler, corner 3 short. Rebound collected by Sharjay Brock, and here comes Chatham. Cougars have 3 timeouts and the arrow. Brock coast to coast up with the right hand and good. Sharjay Brock goes all the way. She has 13. Chatham back on top. Timeout taken by Chatham. A 30-second timeout for the Cougars. We'll step aside as well. 53-51. Chatham on top on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Ma, is this how you feed a hamster?
I think so.
Is my homework right?
I think so.
Is this milk still good?
I think so.
When it comes to parenting, sometimes it's okay to think you know. But when it's something as important as your child's car seat, don't just think. No. Double check if your child is in the right seat for their age and size. It'll help protect them in a car crash. Don't just think. No by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat. A message from Mid-South Ad Council.
.53-51, Chatham on top. Grove City basketball, each team 2 timeouts remaining, and Chatham stays in the 2-3. Cougars have gone away from the 2-2-1 in the fourth quarter. Hazley off a screen. Hazley right corner to Polchinski. Drives the baseline into Ulmer. Ulmer in the paint, up with the left hand. Got it! Emma Ulmer with 6. We're tied at 53. Nice pass from Polchinski and a strong finish for Emma Ulmer. 53 all with 2:07 to go in the fourth. Left baseline, Lockus with it across the lane out to Chenault. Chenault, runner with the right hand. It is short. David Sizer the rebound. Here come the Wolverines, a chance to retake the lead. Right of the lane, Ulmer with it, faces up. Ulmer out to Davensizer. Pass deflected by Chenault, and it stays Grove City ball on the near side. Hannon, Sherrod in, Hertzler and Ulmer out. 1:47 to go in regulation. Chatham has not committed a foul in the fourth quarter. That could be a factor one way or another. Grove City 3 fouls, so 1 foul to give for the Wolverines. Hazley right side with it. Hazley, far block to Sherrod. It's knocked away, loose, scramble for it. Brock hits the deck, grabbed by Chatham. Here come the Cougars. Loudon left wing with it. Brock is up, appears to be okay. Zelly Rodriguez with it. Rodriguez to the baseline, posting up on Polchinski. 1:28 to go. Loudon back near midcourt. Loudon changing hands with a dribble. Chenault to Lockus, 7 to shoot. Lockus at the 3-point line. Lockus bounce pass for the cutter. Chenault grabs it, puts it up and in. Somehow come out of there with it. Chenault, first 2-pointer of the game. Cougars back on top. Davensizer got a hand on the pass, but Chenault able to get 2 on it and finish. Sherrod back the other way. Lefty layup is good to tie it at 55. 55 all. We're under a minute to go in regulation. 20 on the shot clock. Brock left wing to Rodriguez up top. Lockus with it. Loudon to Lockus. Left corner Brock. 8 to shoot. Brock with it. 6 to shoot. Brock in on Hazley. Pulls up. Jumper. Got it to go. Hung on the rim and dropped in. Brock puts Chatham back on top. 57-55 with 29 seconds to go. Timeout on the floor taken by whom? I think Grove City took the timeout. Either way, we'll take a quick break, come back with a finish. Wolverines down 2 on the Wolverines Sports Network.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because feeling full can sound like this.
How did the interview go? I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
And like this.
Mom, I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/act now. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Grove City taking the timeout. Wolverines have 1 left. There are 29.2 seconds to go. Remember, Chatham has not committed a foul, so the Cougars could commit some fouls and burn up time here. They could really crank up the aggressiveness defensively. Hazley, Hannon, Sherrod, Davensizer, Polchinski for Grove City. Lockus, Loudon, Brock, Chenault, and Zelly Rodriguez for Chatham. Hannon will inbound. The Wolverines advance it into the forecourt on the timeout. Grove City 1 timeout left, Chatham 2. Again, if there's a jump ball, the arrow belongs to Chatham. Hannon will inbound. Gets it into Hazley. Hazley into the lane, and a foul will be called. Should be on the floor. Let's see. Foul on Lockus. Now they're going to give her free throws. Wow. Break for the Wolverines. So Reese Hazley at the line for the first time today. In fact, these are the first free throws of the game for Grove City. Hazley hits the first one. She has 6. 27 seconds exactly remaining in regulation. Good again. And timeout, Chatham. Cougars take time. It's a full timeout with 27 seconds left. Chatham a chance to win it when we come back. This is Wolverine basketball on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Mama, what does the chicken say?
Chicken. Oh, okay.
When the wolf?
Oh, a wolf.
Ooh! What about the tiny dog? Cat? Owl? Dolphin? What does the turkey He said, whale.
Yeah, whale sound.
Do the giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Oh, okay. Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
.27 seconds left in regulation. Chatham will have the ball in the forecourt. Each team a timeout left. Grove City has a foul to give. 3 on the Wolverines, 1 on Chatham. Arrow belongs to the Cougars. They can go for the win here. 27 seconds to go. Hannah Chenault will inbound. The hash mark on the near side in front of the Chatham bench. Jaden David Sizer will guard her. Referee Sean Gouch will give her the basketball. Tied at 57. Furious fourth quarter comeback by Chatham. Cougars then took the lead. Reese Hazley hit 2 free throws to tie it for the Wolverines moments ago. Brock in the forecourt with it. 18 seconds to go. Brock on the right wing. Brock on the near wing down to 13. Up top to Lockus. Pivots. Hands it back to Chenault. Chenault, 19-footer for the lead, short. Rebound loose. It goes out of bounds. It's Chatham ball with 6 seconds to go. Cougars will send Naru back in. Rodriguez out. 6 seconds to go. Chatham ball on the baseline. Brock the trigger. Brock looking, still looking. Works it right side, Chenault. Chenault drives, runner with the right hand, no good. Rebound grabbed by Polchinski. Timeout, Grove City. And I don't know if they can advance it because it happened too late. Wolverines take time. The Wolverines take their final timeout of regulation. 1.6 seconds to go. They'll have it in the backcourt. It's probably going to be, 18, 20 feet up from the sideline on the far side. We'll see where Justin Ehrman sets up. Wolverines are out of timeouts also. Chatham still with 1. Hannon will inbound, Polchinski's going to inbound. Want to catch it going towards the hoop. Lockus, the 6-footer, will guard the inbounder. Polchinski will inbound top of the key far side. Looking to get it in. Into Hannon. Hannon will let it fly. It's going to be short, and we're going to overtime. 57 all. Grove City and Chatham will play 5 more minutes. Tied at 57, back with OT on the home of the Wolverines.
Can't escape a traffic jam. Know what else you can't escape? Seasonal allergies. And you might think you can avoid that coffee stain until... Oh, really? You can't escape a lot of things in life, but you can escape prediabetes. Prediabetes captures 1 in 3 adults. There are usually no signs of prediabetes. In fact, most people don't even know they have it. But with early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Take action by taking the 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. You might not be able to escape having this song stuck in your head, but you can escape prediabetes. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Second jump ball of the afternoon. Each team picks up an extra timeout. Grove City has 1, Chatham with 2. Alyssa Lacus will jump center for Chatham. Meredith Sherrod to do the honors for Grove City. And overtime underway, and the tip this time won by Grove City. The Wolverines will have the first crack at it in the overtime, tied at 57. Sherrod right of the lane. Sherrod spins up top. It's intercepted. Brock the steal. Sharjay Brock pulls up in the lane. 10-footer, no good. Rebound out of bounds off of Lacus. It'll be Grove City ball. Chatham a 26-14 edge in the fourth quarter to send this one to overtime. Each team comes up empty on the first possession of OT. Hazley gets it to Polchinski, whips it inside. Hannon pops open. Hannon spins, ready layup, good for the lead. Wolverines on top, 59-57. Clara Hannon, the first salvo of overtime. 59-57. Chatham looks to answer. Lacus left wing with it. Lacus into the corner for Chenault. Pick and roll. Lacus underneath. Lacus back to Loudon. Left side three for the lead. Long, no good. Mara Polchinski the rebound. So the Wolverines look to get a little separation here. David Sizer out to Polchinski. Mara, by the way, 9 assists today. 10 assists, check that. Entry inside. Sherrod comes up with it. Able to dig it out to Hazley. Polchinski, three, long, no good, but Hannon with the rebound. Finds David Sizer, three, rattled out, no good. Brock the rebound. Here comes Chatham left to right. Brock in on David Sizer, high off the glass and good. Sharjay Brock ties it at 59. $17 now for Brock. 3.5 minutes to go in overtime. Hazley, right of the lane, pull up, jumper, can't get the roll, rebound, Sherrod, put back, blocked from behind. Brock had it, and then she is fouled. Foul goes on Sherrod. It's her first, it's the team's fourth. The fouls carry over into overtime. So we'll be Chatham ball. Of course, Chatham with only one foul yet. Again, could be a factor either way. Could be a blessing or a curse for Chatham, depending on how the next 3 minutes go in overtime. Loudon, right wing three, no good. Rebound collected by Sherrod. For the game, Chatham now 20 of 74, 27%. Grove City's 44%. David Sizer, mid-range jumper from the right side, doesn't go. Loudon the rebound. Chatham a 45-41 edge on the glass. Loudon left the lane, whips it inside, but a foul will be called, and Loudon's going to shoot two with 2:44 to go in overtime. Fouls on Hazley, her fourth, team fifth. Loudon 3 for 3 at the line today. Those all came in the fourth quarter. The first one is good, 60-59. They've changed the foul. It's on Hannon, her first. So, break for the Wolverines. Reese Hazley, one of the main ball handlers. Still with 3 fouls. Loudon 2 for 2 at the line. She's knocked down all 5 attempts today, and it's 61-59. Loudon now a dozen points in the fourth quarter and overtime, 18 for the game. One of 3 Chatham players in double figures. Hannon right of the lane to David Sizer, 16 to shoot. Back to Hannon at the foul line. Out to Hazley, 3 for the lead. Rattled out, no good. A rebound, Polchinski with it to David Sizer. 3 on the way, that one's off the mark. Polchinski battling for the rebound. Lacus takes it away for Chatham. Down court, the outlet, it's a moon ball. Grabbed by Hazley, missed the layup. Rebound, Loudon. Timeout, Chatham. Timeout, Chatham. It's a 30-second timeout for the Cougars. So each team now with 1 timeout remaining in overtime, with 2:10 to go in OT number 1. Don't forget we have the men's game coming up Scheduled to tip at 3. It won't tip at 3. Wolverine men back home after back-to-back games on the road. Steve Lammy's squad waiting patiently. This one's been a dandy. Men's game should be a good one, too. Brock will inbound, gets it into Chenault. Hannah Chenault will bring it ahead this time. Chatham a 4-2 edge here in overtime. Give and go Rodriguez back to Chenault right of the lane. Chenault with 18 to shoot. Under 2 minutes to go in the first overtime. Go right corner, Chenault 3 on the way, doesn't go. Polchinski collects the rebound, her 9th of the afternoon. Polchinski to Hannon up top. Back to Polchinski. Mara finds Davensizer, right wing, and knocked away. Brock able to save it, throw it out of bounds off Polchinski. Oh, a costly turnover for the Wolverines, and Charjay Brock did not give up on the play. And Grove City gives it back with 1:39 to go in overtime. Chenault will walk it ahead. Chenault guarded in the forecourt by Hannon. 1:30 to go in OT. Give and go, back to Chenault. Chenault into the lane, drive and kick for Brock. 16 to shoot. Brock into the lane. Brock in trouble. Bounce pass down there. Lockus is open. Layup is good for Alyssa Lockus, her first point since early on. (63-59), 1:09 to go in overtime. Hazley driving in, puts it up. No, Hannon tip. No, but a foul. 1:04 to go, and we'll have free throws for Hannon. Foul is on Chenault, her first, team second. Claire Hannon to shoot 2. And we know on our score graphic it does not indicate overtime, but we are in the first overtime. Hannon long on the first. 10 for Hannon today. Clara 81% on the line coming in, but long on the first one. Long on the second one. Rebound. Hannon comes up with it, but she's tied up, and Chatham has the arrow. 1:01 to go. Chatham has it, up 4. Really huge possession upcoming here. Wolverines more or less have to get a stop here. Chenault will give it off to Brock, and she'll bring it ahead. Under a minute to go in overtime. Brock on the near wing with it. Guarded by Polchinski. 1-4 high for Chatham. Brock out to Lockus. 13 to shoot. Lockus, bounce pass, throws a 3-hopper to Rodriguez. Down to 8 on the shot clock. Brock with it. Charjay Brock, top of the key, out to Loudon. Long 3, no good. Rebound. Lockus grabs it for Chatham. Give it off to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez will be fouled by Hazley. And Zilly Rodriguez will shoot 2. A couple of big plays in overtime for Lockus. The basket on the last possession and a big offensive rebound there. Hazley with a foul, her 4th. Rodriguez to shoot 2. 7 of 11 at the line this year, 64%. Long on the first one. Rodriguez, line to the right. Puts it up. Good. 64-59. Timeout, Grove City. Wolverines will advance the basketball, taking their final timeout in the overtime. We'll take a break as well. Wolverines down 5. 27 seconds to go in overtime on the home of the Wolverines.
Founded in 1955, the President's Athletic Conference is regarded as one of the elite NCAA Division III conferences in the nation. Comprised of 11 private institutions and 2 associate members, the PAC remains unique in this day of high-pressure college athletics. As a charter member of NCAA Division III, PAC student-athletes excel in 23 varsity sports as well as the classroom. Want to learn more? Visit us at pacathletics.org or follow us on social media.
6.9 seconds to go in overtime. Grove City will have it in the front court after the timeout. Wolverines, they need a quick score of some sort. A 3 would be great, but they'll take a 2. Pfeiffer into Hazley. Chatham still 2 fouls to give. Pfeiffer to David-Sizer, left corner, back to Pfeiffer. Sarah Pfeiffer, left side with it. Back to David-Sizer, 19 seconds to go. David-Sizer in trouble, deflected away by Loudon, and it's grabbed by Chatham, and the Cougar defense gets a stop, and Chatham will have free throws now with 15 seconds to go. Foul goes on Sherrod, her second. That's Rodriguez back to the line to shoot 2. She went 1 of 2 at the line moments ago. Line to the right, first one up. Rims out, no good. The door is still open a bit for the Wolverines. We're out of timeouts. Second one up, no good. Rebound Hazley. Door still open for Grove City. 11 seconds to go. Hazley, left wing to Hannon. Hannon with it, Hannon to the foul line. Jumper on the way, no good. Rebound batted around, grabbed by David-Sizer. A foul on the rebound. But Chatham's okay with that. It's only the third in the half or the quarter. .2 seconds to go. Math not on the Wolverines side. Hannon into Hazley. Jumper in the lane, short. Rebound goes out of bounds as time expires, and Chatham pulls it out. 64-59. The Wolverines, a gallant effort today, a great fourth quarter comeback from Chatham, and the Cougars, with a 7-2 edge in the overtime, get the win today, 64-59. We'll be back with the recap on the Wolverines Sports Network.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies.
Oh, that's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
This is the news. This morning, we are saluting the 2.2 million women who have joined in the war effort. They now make up 37% of the workforce, changing their role forever.
The prestigious Harvard Medical School is breaking ground today, opening its doors to new female applicants.
Today, little girls all over the world look to the sky, where the first woman is now in space.
Military stereotypes are challenged today with the trailblazing promotion of a U.S. female officer to 4-star general. It was just announced that the vast majority of last year's doctorate degrees were earned by women.
We've come so far, but our news is changing for the worse. More women die from heart disease and stroke than men, even though it can be prevented. Make a change at GoRedForWomen.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women.
Chris, can you put the video game controller down for a second?
I can talk and play. Oh, I'm totally annihilating this punk kid in Nebraska.
I just feel like you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
Well, you still ride your skateboard to work, there's the comic book collection, the race car bed.
Look, I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I picked up a few savings tips at feedthepig.org. I have control over my financial life now, and that feels pretty grown up.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. For free ideas and easy tips on ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
So, I bet I look like a grown-up to you now.
Well, except for the footy pajamas, I'd have to agree.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
A back-and-forth affair all afternoon today, but ultimately it is the Chatham women pulling out the victory today. Your final score, 64-59 in overtime. Chatham goes to 12-3 in the conference. Grove City dropping to 9-6 in the league. Chatham led today by Hannah Chenault with 19, Ashley Loudon 18. 12 of those coming in the fourth quarter in overtime, 17 for Charjay Brock. 3 players in double figures for Grove City. Jaden Davensizer, 11. Clara Hannon, 10. Meredith Sherrod with 10. 7 each for Reese Hazley and Mara Polchinski. We'll come back with a full stat recap in just a moment here on the home of the Wolverines.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Back here one final time, the Grove City women's basketball team in overtime falls to Chatham 64-59. We gave the scoring recap the first segment, at least the leaders, but for Grove City, Jaden Davensizer, 11, 10 each for Clara Hannon and Meredith Sherrod. Mara Polchinski and Reese Hazley each was 7, 6 for Emma Ulmer, Bethany Thompson 5, and then 3 for Sarah Pfeiffer. Haley Hertzler, Nevaeh Ewing, Alexa McDowell, Kaylee Devlin did not score. For Chatham, it was Hannah Chenault leading the way with 19, Ashley Loudon 18, Charjay Brock 17, 4 for Alyssa Lockus, but it was a big basket in OT for her. Naru, that was Madison Naru with 2. Zelly Rodriguez, good minutes off the bench today. She had 3. And Julia Calvin, 1 of 2 at the line for a point. Leah Harkenrider did not score. Grove City, 25 of 64 from the floor for the game, 39%, but 1 of 12 in overtime. Chatham, for the game, 21 of 77. That's 27% overall. Cougars were 2 of 7 in overtime. Neither team could really get a whole lot going on offense in the extra session. Rebounds 50-47, the edge for Chatham, as Lockus led the way with 9, Brock with 8. On the Grove City side, Polchinski 9, 8 for Clara Hannon, 7 for Meredith Sherrod. Polchinski, 10 assists, 5 for Haley Hertzler, Reese Hazley with 4. Brock 4 assists along with 3 steals on the Chatham side. Chenault and Rodriguez 3 steals each. Chatham turned it over 14 times. That led to 14 Grove City points, 26 Grove City turnovers, led to 23 Cougar points. Your final 64-59. Chatham completes a season sweep. Grove City dropping to 9-6 in the league. And with that, we will pause. What we'll do is we will come back in 10 minutes or so. So right now it's 2:58 here in the East. So approaching the top of the hour wherever you are watching, I guess, unless you're in Labrador, up in the Maritimes where you're on the half hour. But either way, we'll be on at 3:10 Eastern. For the men's game, go to athletics.gcc.edu, click the men's channel, and we'll have game 2 of our twin bill. This is Ryan Briggs saying so long for now. We'll be back with the men's game in 10 minutes here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Thank you for tuning into the Wolverine Sports Network. We'll talk to you next time on the home of the Wolverines.